it is like an awkward situation if you're in the dating pool and you out there trying to meet. And trust me, some guys have been in relationships, but then they get in their 40s or 50s, something don't work out, and they have to go back out there, as well as women. And you'll hear more women probably speak on it more often and say, man, I haven't been out dating in a while. I don't even know what to do, what to expect. Guys may try to act like, oh, they got everything under control. I got this. But some of them, you already know you really don't have it. And it's it's one of those things that if you go to a happy hour, you got to have confidence to be able to step to somebody, or the eye contact, or be able to read body language. Uh, you know, and I think it ties in with the whole thing with the road tricking, simping, and all that stuff. If you someone who steps to it, and some guys, you may check out a lady, that might be your conversation piece. You might say, ask her like, or act like you don't know what you want to sip on, and like, what are you drinking? And if you notice that it's some eye contact or something, she might, oh, I'm drinking this or whatever, and you're like, oh, I never had that before, and you might say, oh, we'll see what that tastes like. And that may be the foundation of the conversation, and who knows what it will lead to. But you got to be confident. And I always tell this story. I had no choice growing up to be confident because we had certain seats in the vehicle. If you didn't, if you was gonna go out and you wasn't gonna say anything, we would refer to it sitting on your fucking hands all night. Shout out to Igor, who always used to say that. Then it's no point of you occupying a seat in the car, because either we would be four deep, or you might, as we would refer, ride bitch, might be five deep. And but you better go there with the intent to say something to somebody. And we had to collect that at the end. You had to show and prove. See, we didn't have cell phones like that where you could be like, oh, there go this number. Like I always said before, it was brown paper bags, numbers written on. It was receipts that you might have had in your pocket from a purchase earlier. It was something. I mean, if you had a job, which we didn't really have no jobs, so we had business cards. So it was kind of like whatever, napkins or something written on your hand. That would be the worst. If the handwriting wasn't all that good, or you wrote it down and you was feeling good, you'd be like, what the fuck is this number? Like, oh my God. And if you can't make out the number, you only can hope to try to run into that person the following week to follow back up. But I had to learn because I was the kind of the quiet one out of the group, so I wasn't that aggressive. Never was that aggressive, and but I learned like, yo, I don't want to hear their mouths, so I'm gonna have to step it up or say something. But luckily, I don't know. I might have drew some girls to me that it didn't it wasn't that hard once I got going, and I would make my quota by the end of the night. I would definitely make my quota. And but when you get in your 40s and 50s, may not be that easy. So it leads to the thing of tricking. But I think tricking kind of, to me, on the scene when we were younger, that it was a lot of guys. Y'all might not want to hear it, and some of y'all reformed and changed, but some of y'all dope boys, y'all know y'all was big tricks. Y'all was big tricks. And some of the older guys that had good jobs were big tricks to the younger girls. And y'all kind of put it out there, and you would make it difficult for the middle road people who wanted to travel down that road, because they're like, shit, she rolling with him. Damn, she just got out of this vehicle, rammed up, beats shining, decals on the side, whatever. And you couldn't really compete with that. And for me, when I was young, I was a college student, so I would hang out. I would be out. I would be on the block. I would be out there, but wouldn't be doing anything. But I just had to bring a different brand to the thing, and that was maybe intellect
Mm-hmm.
or just having a conversation piece or introducing them into a different world. And I did all right. I did all right. And actually, I brought a lot of the collegiate collegiate girls to the scene because of my role and impact on on our university campus. That when it was time to go out to the spots, if you're from Niagara Falls, the 3Ms, the Monte Carlo, and some of them, many of them wasn't from Niagara Falls. They was from Buffalo, um, New York City. They entrusted in me, like, okay, we'll go out. We hanging with Dave and his crew. And boy, them dudes used to be on them like vultures, whatever, because it was new girls. They you never seen them before. You know, they had their different look, they different style. And some of them guys got lucky with them girls because they also knew some of them girls, they were broke. They were college students. They were
Yeah.
broke. So if you meet one of them and you're like, "Oh, I'm cool with Dave," I ain't gonna say my nickname on here and all that, but it really don't matter, Poots. And they were like, "Oh, you cool? Oh, I'm cool with him," and then they would entrust that. And sometimes relationships would end them good, and sometimes they would be sour. But a lot of them guys, that's what they kind of led with, and girls would get tangled up in that, and throughout their younger years until they start hitting a peak and they say this is not where it's at. But I think that tricking thing, but it still happens to even professional men and all that. I just wanted to drop that layer and we'll carry on with that component. I'll let Herb
Oh
add
no,
to
I'm
it.
gonna follow.